the sunset. The day is ending.
Plot has thickened, it seems. We're getting a lot of new characters now, and things are as clear as mud, aren't they, Dollman? So we got sucked into like a cliff-like tar storm. There was a guy who's dressed up like Solid Snake, doing all the Cliff military actions with a group of skeletons just like Cliff. Just the repetition of that is very weird. But anyway, I thought he looked a bit like Tarman's son from his vision, but maybe it wasn't. He had a bit of extra facial hair, which is like a way to show that time has passed or things have gotten tough. But I don't think it was necessarily him. I think he was speaking Spanish as well. It was set on the Day of the Dead. There was this mysterious girl there with black hair who woke up on the beach with us after we defeated this fella and his goons. And she was in like some sort of sarcophagus or coffin. And she was gold. She had these weird tendrils that like squirted Timefall ink all over Fragile's hand and re-aged her hand. And we have no answers, so we're gonna maybe figure that out now. We've been rocking the red look. We've got the squares, which I really, really don't like. This is you can use this armor pattern in XCOM too. I think I really don't like it. So we've been going red. I wish we had like a brighter blue. What's the normal color? Is this the default? I'd like a nice green, maybe. The bridge's orange is quite nice, you know. But we'll go blue. And then Dolman, you can coordinate. Thank you very much. Blue and white usually goes. And Beebs, blue as well. No hats or glasses, thank you very much. And then we can customise the backpack to match. Excellent. Doorman.
Are you sure you're all right, Sam?
No.
I did notice that you were tossing and turning in your sleep.
Well, my 18-month-old adopted child was murdered, Doorman. How do you think I'm feeling?
And I'm still not sure what to make of the girl we found in that other place.
No, me neither.
Why don't we do as Fragile suggested and visit her in the next room?
It's sentences like that that irk me. What do you think I'm about to do? We need to go and talk to the octopus woman.
Come on. Gently.
You're okay. Come on.
Oh my
Careful.
God.
Come on.
Careful.
Come down.
You got it?
Come on.
Thanks.
This is what happens when she has nightmares, it seems.
There are those who connect with the beach during REM sleep, allowing a tremendous amount of chiralium to flow into their bodies.
Hey, is your wrist gonna be okay?
Yeah. We ran some blood and DNA tests on her. And checked her for signs of injury.
As far as we can tell from a medical perspective, her health is in perfect condition.
Right.
But that doesn't make the chrysaloid shell in which we found her any less troubling. Not
No.
to mention the tar-like fluid that came pouring out of it. We're still analyzing both. And there's more.
You mean those suckers?
Indeed. But that's not what I'd call them. Much closer to a chiral rash, I would say. You know how chiral allergies can sometimes trigger goosebumps? It's like that, except a fair bit worse. But tar-like secretions can accelerate the passage of time on contact, it seems.
We suspect she has dooms too.
And that when she's levitating, she's experiencing the nightmares common amongst sufferers.
That space or realm she left behind to come here. The fellow we saw called it Nirvana, I believe. But to me, it looked like the land of the dead.
Even so, she's a living human being, and I believe that she was born in that place. After things settled down, I spoke with her for a little. Or tried to. She was still in shock, which made it harder to communicate.
She was
Did she tell
born
you
there.
her name?
Doesn't seem like she has one, as far as I could tell. So, I named her myself. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Who is that? The actor, I mean. Tomorrow. That's a horrendous name for a
Sam,
child.
it's Charlie.
Oh.
We've recently received a report of brigands engaging in suspicious activity to the west. I'm sure you'd like to push on, but I don't think we can afford to ignore this.
Okay.
Please access the DHB Magellan's delivery terminal to undertake this main order.
Oh, that's... Why do you have to put that sentence in the air? When... Where else do you think I get the missions from, Die Hardman? For fuck's sake. Right, I do recognise the actor, but I can't think of her name. So she was born in this weird... I know they're saying it's the beach, but it's like being accessed through the tar. It's just something a bit different. Well, I don't know. That's how the BTs get you in there, I guess. But this, I always thought that it feels like the way that the tar's been mentioned in this game feels a little like it feels like a little bit different. Like the tar is sort of a different branch now. She's sort of like a tar octopus woman. Nicknamed Tomorrow. I have to say, guys, right, Tarman is a great addition to the cast. He is spot on with his delivery. I'm really loving Tarman. He's class. Easily my favourite character. New character so far, by a long way. Right, we've got some stuff in the corpus. Chiral Rash. We've got entries on Rainy and Tomorrow. I just want to read the Chiral Rash thing first. Monorails. Can't remember the monorail song, it's killing me. I need to catch up on some of these. Mysterious recording. Tools, vehicles, organizations, environment. Phenomena, surely. Yeah, still baby syndrome seems to be quite a prevalent theme. Okay, it's connected to the bridge babies as well, right? We know about the heart and car, but let's just catch up on some of these phenomena. These are the more interesting bits. I'm probably not going to read everything in here, just because some of it will be repeat information about equipment and stuff. But right, after the Stranding, death came to be defined as the separation of a pair's heart from their car. It's said that the understanding of life and death was already commonplace in ancient Egypt, where it was believed that even as the body wasted away, the soul lived on forever. Dualism, in other words. Egyptian practices of mummification and preserving corpses in sarcophagi were done in the hope of allowing the dead to live on in the next world. Following the Death Stranding, however, it's become necessary to dispose of a body once the soul has left it, usually by incineration. If this isn't done, the departed soul may return to this world in the form of a BT. It's believed that this is due to the Death Stranding altering the balance between the worlds of the living and the dead and unbalancing our relationship with the beach. Yeah, I mean, there's not much point discussing dualism in essence, because it is fact in this game, right? Dualism as a concept is fact. Body and soul, complete separation, right? Whereas, like, I feel like philosophy of mind has left dual. Well, it's not really. I mean, dualism. So Cartesian dualism is the idea that, yeah, the body and the soul are two different things, right? Descartes, and I guess it's. Some people would say it's still one of the biggest debates within philosophy. I wouldn't say it is, but if you know enough about sort of how psychology works and the interaction of the brain with the body and the mind with the body, the idea of dualism in the real world, it seems a little bit far-fetched. But the influence of religion, of the fear of death, like the manifestation, I always feel like this kind of thing is the manifestation of the fear of death a lot of the time, right? How through being so fearful of death and the void and nothingness, you conjure up a tale of, you know, that there's that there's another place for you to go, that this is just a step on a journey, right? And so that all sounds very nice, but is it really true? And, you know, and yeah, a lot of stuff about how interconnected the mind's function is with the body was an interesting thing I always liked reading research on when at school and stuff. So, but it's the dualism here is very key to the whole universe. Gatequakes are earthquake-like phenomena that are triggered when matter passes through the plate gate. I hate saying the word plate gate for my accent. It's just the T's. We don't do it, man. Plate gate. However, unlike ordinary earthquakes, the strength of the shaking doesn't always correspond to the distance from the epicenter, which could be considered the plate gate itself. Rather, the strongest shaking often takes place elsewhere at a seemingly random location, often where the player is probably. The seismic waves appear to be strongly influenced by the tar currents. In extreme cases, localized shaking affecting only a 100-meter radius has been observed. Gatequakes can also cause abnormal reverberations within the tar currents. This is believed to be the reason why strong quakes have occasionally been observed in areas that are very distant from the plate gate. Plate gate. Being different from regular earthquakes, they employ their own system for measuring magnitude, called the G-scale. The larger this number, the stronger the shaking that will occur. Extending the chiral network across Mexico and Australia has allowed access to the plate gate to be controlled and regulated. As a result, it was expected that quakes caused by the passage of people and objects through the gate would reduce. In practice, however, gatequakes continue to regularly occur in all regions. No one's certain why. The one theory suggests that they are the tremors of BTs and the dead passing through undiscovered gates on the beach and the world beyond. Chiral contamination. Exposure to chiralium has been known to cause symptoms such as fainting, headaches, and insomnia. Doomed sufferers have a certain amount of resistance, but regular humans must take precautions. Chiralium emits chiral radiation, which places a great amount of stress on the mind and body. Symptoms vary, but in the worst cases, chiral radiation has been known to cause heart failure, strokes, and immunodeficiencies. It can also trigger destructive and suicidal thoughts, cause memory loss, and seriously impair judgment. Great. The last stranding. The death stranding is the so-called extinction that will lead to the eradication of humanity. The final stage of this process is known as the last stranding. Once all of humanity's beaches are connected via the chiral network, BTs will descend from the upper beach that links them, wiping out mankind in an instant. Amelie was to be the trigger for this process, and as an extinction entity couldn't stop the last stranding even if she wanted. Powerless, she instead had Sam choose whether humanity should go extinct and sealed herself away on her beach, the upper beach, to avert the last stranding. But doing so permanently severed the connection between Sam and Amelie. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. The upper beach, yeah. So why are we trying to reconnect to it, then? Jesus! Post-stranding environmental phenomena. Alongside the death stranding has come void outs, BTs, and timefall, as well as dramatic changes to the world's flora and fauna. This is in no small part due to the increased frequency of flash floods, large-scale wildfires and gatequakes, significant environmental changes that started to take place around the time that the Plate Gate appeared in Australia. One folk theory suggests that floods are caused by large volumes of water leaking from the beach. It's pseudoscience, but has its basis in fact. The expansion of the chiral network has undoubtedly altered the beach, and the imbalance between the beach and this world is certainly the cause of some of the changes that have been observed in the natural environment. The frequency of floods, wildfires, and earthquakes was already increasing pre-stranding, a phenomenon that was attributed to anthropogenic climate change. Some consider the Death Stranding to be the sixth big extinction and believe its purpose to be the elimination of the humans who had so warped Earth's natural environment. In that regard, the Death Stranding may be thought of as a fate that humans brought upon themselves. Well, wouldn't explain the other extinctions, really. It's not like the dinosaurs were mining for oil and stuff, were they? Right, chiral rash. Doom sufferers are known to react to chiral density by involuntarily crying or developing goosebumps that may break out into a chiral rash. Such responses are known as chiral allergic reactions. Ordinarily, goosebumps are triggered in reaction to cold temperatures and psychological stresses such as fear or surprise. Chiral allergic reactions, however, occur as a result of Doom sufferers' sensitivity to the world of the dead.
Tell me, Sam, have you been having distressing dreams again lately?
Of course.
You know, nightmares can be indicative of the brain's internal struggles as we attempt to come to terms with traumatic events. By taking our memories of recent events and shuffling them in this fashion, we attempt to find ways of coping with them. Nevertheless, it can be an unpleasant experience. I hope you can get some restful sleep soon.
Freudian drivel. Yeah. Dream analysis stuff is one of the worst projections onto pop culture, I think, that Freud is responsible for. Things that you often think about will appear in you can appear in your dreams, but they're not like an attempt to resolve stuff, really. It's just, yeah, attributing too much meaning and metaphor to dreams. I think it's just such a massive overspill of Freudian adulation, right? Because Freud spoke a lot of nonsense. He had a few good ideas, but like 90% of it was gibberish. Not gibberish, but I don't know.
Tomorrow, a mysterious young woman from the world of the dead. I hope she makes a swift recovery.
Born on the beach. I'm just going to say it. We're all thinking it. Is that Lou? It could be Lou. Could be Lou. That could be Lou. Like the original Lou. But, you know, time doesn't work the same, so it could be BB-28. I'm just saying. Just saying. I think there's a good chance it could be original Lou, right? She was taken there before she was born, right? Could be.
I just can't stop thinking about that place. It was filled with the spirits of the dead, a vast number, beyond counting. And the man who attacked us without any explanation. I don't have any idea who he is. Do you?
No. Unless it's Tarman's son, like I said, but I don't think so now.
It was a place that belonged to the dead. And while we were trapped there, only a scant few seconds seem to have passed here. It's like the beach in that regard. Time flows differently there, relative to how it does in our world. Those battlefields you once journeyed to were also pockets of reality outside of ours. But this was different. Perhaps we'll be able to understand it better if we ever get the chance to go there again. Which isn't to say that I want to go back. Come to think of it, The kangaroo you rescued is currently being cared for and studied at the animal shelter.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever want to stop by and see how it's doing, I wouldn't object. Sam, are you curious how I maintain my youthful appearance?
No.
It's because Rainey lets me shower in her core fall from time to time. Come to think of it, Rainey used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing that got her to open up. I'm something of a performer myself, though I've never showed anyone.
Let's not start now, Dollman.
Sam, the Rainbow Valley greenhouses are the product of our researchers' hard work. And thanks to you and me, those invaluable structures will endure for a good while yet. Apropos of nothing, there are organisms in this area that I don't believe I've ever laid eyes on before. My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Apparently, they will drain your batteries if you come into contact with them.
Yeah, ruin my shoes as well.
There may be other deleterious effects for all we know. And really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's nothing to be gained from it. It's not like they drop coins when defeated.
I will shoot grenades at them. Thank you, Dollman. Right. Tomorrow. What a horrendous name. Well, everyone's got a horrendous name in this game, right? Oh, no visions that time.
Before I forget, Sam, it seems you left some cargo behind outside the Northern Environmental Observatory, where the tar bubbled up before we were whisked away to the other side. You remember all that excitement, yes? Anyway, Tarman was kind enough to collect your cargo for us.
Yes.
It's been placed in your private locker aboard the DHV Magellan.
Sam, we've received an urgent request from the Northern Environmental Observatory.
Yeah.
Brigands to the west of the facility have got their hands on a large stockpile of weapons and have taken it back to their base.
Okay.
This happened shortly after the recent tar fall abated. The surrounding area was littered with a massive quantity of cargo that had been washed up by the tar. The brigands wasted no time gathering up everything they could and hauling it back to their encampment. This included weapons and gear unlike any we've seen before. And now we've begun observing new brigand units in the field. These ones are wearing red, reinforced armor, accented with luminescent light strips. As their unique appearance suggests, they're more resistant to damage.
Yes.
Melee and electrical attacks are especially ineffective against them. These units have clearly been outfitted for close quarters combat, and their sudden deployment is troubling to say the least. Their presence likely indicates that the brigands are gearing up for a raid of some sort. If we ignore this development, the brigands could use their new toys to attack the observatory, and there's no telling what might happen then. So we need to seize all of them before they have a chance to do so.
Yes.
Moreover, the latest data from the observatory strongly suggests an explosion of some sort occurred just beneath the Earth's surface not long ago. APAS analyzed the shockwave and has concluded that it is consistent with the type produced by ground-penetrating ordnance. This leads us to believe that the cargo the brigands secured may have included powerful explosive material.
That's not good.
Directly assaulting the brigands using firearms risks triggering these devices,
Oh.
and we cannot predict how that would affect the region. Any sort of catastrophic explosion may also have an adverse impact on the tar currents. It is therefore critical that you avoid combat and secure the cargo without alerting them if possible. I implore you to take on this main order, Sam.
Yes.
Soon.
Yes. Oh man, I just wanted to stroll in there with my grenade launcher. God! What a joke! Right. Okay, so we're gonna need stealth. But, I mean, they're making it sound like we can't even do takedowns, so... Yeah. Right, well we know where it is, so... Right, cargo management. No, we don't need a tar cannon. Definitely don't need this rod. And we don't need 2 shotguns. And we don't need a grenade pistol. Unfortunately. How many blood bags am I rocking? Okay, only that's it. Right, so we want a maser gun, basically, and that's it. Right, so let's fab some... Oh no, we've got some more blood bags in there. Yeah. Excellent. Have I got a maser gun in here? No? Decoy hand grenade. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we want a maser gun. There's not really anything else we can use to be really stealthy, is there? Other than smoke grenades. Right. You go in there. Right, and let's, in terms of the grenades we've got, we're gonna get rid... Oh, that blood grenade's nearly empty anyway. Right, and then we'll stick these in the grenade pouch, and then we're travelling nice and light. We've got 75, that's not quite enough for the stuff I wanted, but this battery efficiency boost on vehicles is definitely something we want. Projectile predictor, not massively needing of that. We're saving up for the efficiency boost and the cargo binding, but I mean we don't fall over that much, to be fair though, do we? Right, have we got any stealthy? Aim assistance? No. Right, we'll continue to save up then. Right. Let's just customize these to match our outfit. Yeah, blue and black. Sure. We're probably going to have to go over there on foot, aren't we? Right, sorry, that took ages. I didn't need to bring that. I didn't mean to bring that. Alright. Let's go and be stealthy. Goodbye, Fragile. That's further away than I thought it was. Right, so maser gun. We'll get that. Yeah, we've got the decoy grenade as well. 16 shots on that, but I mean, Charlie made it sound like we couldn't do anything to anybody. We just needed to get in and out with pure stealth. Which is a little worrying. I've not brought any climbing gear or anything. Our battle skeleton's looking a little rough. Oh, I really wanted to just go in and shoot everyone, but I'm getting a bit too reckless. Right, we can chuck Dollman in here, can't we? Oh, they've got a car as well. Alright, Dollman, I'm gonna throw you in, mate. That really doesn't help. Friggin'... Come on, I can see that. There's two of them in that car. There's definitely a guy there. So we could approach from the back here, perhaps climb up there. Got him, there he is. Surely you can see that, man.
Reconnaissance complete. Dollman reporting in.
Look, I can see this close from here. If we had a silenced pistol, that would probably be the most useful, but... Is there an avalanche going on? Oh, I didn't drink any tea! Rookie mistake. Pretty deep. Right, oh my god, how many containers do we need? 2 larges and a small. Oh no, 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 they're all large. This is an issue. This guy's a problem. But what are they going to do if I get spotted? I've got a lot of gear I've got to get out of here, man. 3 large containers is no joke. I've got no floating carrier. Seems to be in a relative blind spot here, though. Famous last words. We've got to move, man. We've got to move while the guy's on the other side. We've got 2 guys on this side. How effective is the maser gun going to be here? I know we've got that boomerang, but it's not lethal. There's a bunch of untagged enemies on that side. Which way is that guy facing as well? Looks like he's facing us, yeah. Shit. Oh shit. We're in here now. So this guy doesn't move. This guy's on a bit of a patrol. So we should be able to get both of them with a strand, or 1 maser and 1 strand. Oh, I've not urinated through the whole game. Sam is bursting. Alright, who do we want to get first? Go with the gun, probably. Instant void out. Can we move the bodies? Doesn't look like it. Right, there's all 3 containers. There are going to be a bunch of people who are untagged. So, I think we should chuck Dollman back in.
Oh boy.
Get in there, man. There's something weird down there. Can you guys see that? My battery's fully charged for some reason. Got a sentry here on the light. Fortunately, it's daytime. Oh, there we go. Brother, where are you going? He's going in the post box. The thief. I can't make out anyone else, but doesn't mean there aren't any more goons.
On my way back.
Shh.
Okay.
Oh, shh. Yeah, the UI is a bit too cluttered here for me to tell what I'm doing. Just didn't that maser gun not work at one point? They've been a bit quite clever with the elevation changes here, it does help. So there's a guy on that far side who might see us. Right, I can only see 3 guys. There's one guy who we've not tagged there with the blood bag. Right, so we just need to hang tight here. for this guy towards the top left to go back on his patrol, because he will see us, I think. Main problem here is I feel like if we strap up this guy, he's probably going to see that. So I think there's definitely an argument for beelining it for the guy with the vantage point up there. Yeah, definitely. I think that's the better plan of action. Come on, dude, move. No, he's moved. So I'm moving too. Right, we're going to leave this guy alone because I think we will be visible. This is a bit risky. In the words of Gollum, it's too risky. Too risky. Oh, perfect. Oh, that was close. He nearly turned around then. I think we did the right thing there, though. I've not used a decoy grenade yet. We haven't really felt the need to. How are we going to get that? Oh, we're right next to it. Right, I think we should take care of business first. So we need to get rid of these two guys, and then we can just slink our way out of here. That guy down the bottom is a little bit of a problem. I think we should go for this guy first. And then do the guy down there. Then bind up the guy down there. Guys, where are you going? Where's the car going? Or the truck? I don't think we'll be able to bind up everyone just because of the two guys in the car being the obvious deterrent for that. Right, last guy we're going to try and actively bind up here. This guy's just having a joyride. Are they coming up here? How random is their path? Oh, there's a guy down there that's unmarked. And he's next to one of the pieces of cargo. We need to go down there as well. There's so many good materials here as well. I think we should do as much stealthing as possible without big heavy cargo on our backs. So there's a guy in here. Right, should be pretty straightforward. Oh, there's another guy. I wish we could move them around a bit, but... Trank grenade launcher. Where are the goons in the car? Shite. Right, we're okay. We're okay, I think. I'd love to pick up all these ceramics, of course. I'm going to grab this one on the way back down when we're at our heaviest. Cargo marked hazardous will explode if it takes a significant amount of damage. It will also explode if the cumulative amount of damage taken reaches a certain point. Be sure to handle with care and try to ensure a smooth journey when transporting such cargo in a vehicle. Great. Well, I'm not in a vehicle, so whatever.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
What did you think I was going to do, Dollman? Really? Uh-oh. Oh god. Did he see me? Whatever. Cheese it, man! That's a nuke! That one we picked up. But it looks like the nukes from the first game anyway. Shit. I was careless. I don't think they saw anything. I think we should get rid of this guy. Who saw me? That scared the hell out of me. Jesus. Not today. Not today. I don't think we need to worry about that guy. What was that beep? Oh, it's a plate. Oh, God. It's an earthquake, all right. I'm not calling it the other phrase. It's too awkward to say. Plate quake? Plate gate? Quake plate? We've just got across one little stream. That is it. When Charlie was telling me about this, I was just like, yes, I'm going to walk in there with a grenade launcher. And then he was like, they might set off the bomb. Oh. What?
Could use a quick breather.
Really?
Hey, Sam, you know that harmonica of yours? Why don't you try playing it for a little bit?
We don't have it, do we? We don't have the harmonica, do we? God, is that what my stamina is? How? How is my stamina that low from crouching? Wow, did not realise. Sorry, guys. I'm going to contaminate this water stream. by pissing in it. Have you guys ever taken a piss with a nuclear device strapped to your back? Me neither. God, that is deeper than it looks. Which way did I come in? What is going on to my stamina here? Just going to refill my canteen here. Which is not very quick. Look how quickly that killed my stamina, that's mad. This isn't refilling my water quick enough at all. Yeah, that's not worth it at all. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Which way did I come in? Oh, gone completely the wrong way. Good job we didn't bring that much stuff then, because we are struggling here, big time. Yeah, so we really need that memory mod for filling the canteen quickly, if we want to do that. I'm a bit shocked at how quickly our stamina's going down here. Is it punishment for holding L2 and R2 constantly? Here we go. Well, we're here now anyway. Should have brought a floating carrier. I think that would have been the best way to do it. But you never know, I might have got us spotted, so...
This is stupid.
And we need to go back there, shoot everyone, and get all of their ceramics. Big time. Because there's a paver right near here, isn't there? Yeah. Perfect. Just going to drive over there in my truck, get the shotgun out, take all their ceramics, all their metals, and build me a road. That's the dream! One nuclear bomb! I forgot who sings that song. With a neutron bomb, Gonna drive up to your place, baby. Gotta park in the driveway, baby, with a neutron bomb. Da, 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 da.
Did you really go out and steal all that stuff from the brigands?
Yes.
Way to go, Sam. Let me get started on processing your haul. I can't find a single scratch on any of this stuff. You truly are one of a kind.
Thank you, Mike. What do we get?
You have accomplished so much, done things only you could have done. We want you to have this data as thanks.
Thanks. A guidepost. Structures that automatically illuminate at night, allowing them to be used as landmarks. Several guideposts can be deployed to mark out a route through the landscape. Walk a path often enough, and you won't need directions. That's pretty cool. So do we build this? I'm not sure if how this works, but we'll figure it out. A new bridge type, an 80 meter? How long were they previously?
We've increased your allocation of materials.
Nice.
Our way of saying thanks.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The guidepost data we just shared with you is great for making landmarks to prevent people from getting lost, even at night. And when you do place them, you'll find they're useful not only for getting your bearings, but also for creating routes that will facilitate travel for everyone. Aside from that, we've also made it so you can now use your PCC to fabricate bridges up to 80 meters in length. The rivers ahead of you are prone to flooding, so I imagine extra long bridges will be especially handy.
Nice.
Oh, and Sam, there's actually one other thing I wanted to talk about.
Sure.
Call it a little insight into the cargo you recovered on our behalf. It included a device I believe you guys have taken to calling a chiral jammer. These jammers are capable of disrupting the flow of local tar currents. In addition, you also recovered some explosives modded to be able to penetrate the ground and detonate within the tar. This would destabilize the currents over a large area. Needless to say, both these items could have been used to deliver an enormous blow to the chiral network. In other words, we've really dodged a bullet. But what I'd like to know is why this tech wound up in their hands in the first place. Can't chalk it up to pure chance.
Pigs.
Honestly, it's almost like those brigands knew in advance that the tar was hiding cargo. We've got to consider the possibility that someone gave them a heads up. Food for thought on the road ahead.
Excellent work, Sam. You'll be happy to hear that tomorrow's regained consciousness.
No way.
Once you're back on board the DHV Magellan, you should see for yourself.
Order
we-
completed. Well done.
We need a rest anyway. No, it's not a PCC thing. You get 4 guideposts per sort of like you do with climbing anchors. Nice. I'll take a couple of them. Alright, alright. Right, let's go and meet tomorrow. A prayer? And we'll see how much time we've got left, but I will perhaps get the truck and go and take down the rest of the brigands and steal all their stuff. Contribute it to the paver. Pick one up. That can't be much. Oh god, I didn't read the character entries in the corpus, did I? My apologies. Right, a Doom Sufferer and Drawbridge member. She looks so happy there. Who was recruited after her powers were recognised by Fragile. Rainy naturally triggers large timefall showers whenever she goes outside, but she's no control over this power and has come to hate it. Really? For much of her life, she was ostracised by those around her, including her parents, and persecuted for her differences. At a loss for anywhere to go, she joined the UCA's Genetic Diversity Conservation Initiative, a desperate move to gain some semblance of control over her life. Fragile, however, saw Rainy in a different light. She noticed that the Precipitation, which falls in Rainey's immediate vicinity, has the opposite effect to ordinary timefall. It repairs damaged objects and restores aged bodies to a more youthful state. This rain became known as corefall. I'm about to sneeze. Since joining Drawbridge, Rainey has been involved in the terraforming of regions that have been ravaged by timefall and such other phenomena. She is 7 months pregnant, but suffering from still baby syndrome. Very interesting character. Tomorrow. A young woman who came to this world from a realm inhabited by the dead, Sam found Tomorrow encased in a chrysalis, rescued her, and took her back to the Magellan, where Tarman and Fragile cut open the chrysalis to reveal the young woman covered in tar. Fragile decided to call her Tomorrow. I'll read the other things later.
Stop it.
Someone doesn't like shoes. She won't even touch any normal food.
Elle Fanning.
But at least we managed to convince her to take a shower. No, Tomorrow. We don't do that.
She's basically a child.
Seems like a real handful.
She just needs some time to settle.
You must be tired, Sam. Get some rest.
Oh. Right. Interesting. So she is basically a child, seemingly. Maybe she can't talk. She's not been raised by anyone if she was born there. It could be Lou, right? Could be Lou. Lou had blonde hair. Could be Lou. Alright. Got a new book, I think.
Sam, it's Charlie.
Oh.
Be advised that we have a new assignment waiting for you.
Yes.
I'll need to brief you on upcoming
Oh.
objectives as well. Access the delivery terminal at the Northern Environmental Observatory to take on this main order.
Leave me alone, Charlie. Christ. Right, let's drink some tea. And then we'll shoot some brigands. Let's read a book, because we've got a new one. Voyage something. Why did you pick up Moby Dick again? There's another book! You plank. There's another book, look. The Voyage of the Beagle. I don't really want to read that. Alright, let's just have a quick shower. Oh, we might have got a little new cutscene there. With Tomorrow.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Looking clean as a whistle.
Thanks for the talk. Right. So I think we should go clear out the rest of that brigand camp. And sweep up all their materials. There were only like 4 of them left, unless they've all respawned. But Right, storage. I'm just going to put these guideposts in here for the time being. Don't need that. What I do need is a grenade pistol. What I also need is the pickup. And might as well pinch those metals and stick them in there. Right, I think this paver didn't need too much, no, so I feel like we should be able to get enough stuff from them. So, if I do this kind of thing, I'll try and position it at the end of videos. Let's go and shoot some brigands. By shoot, I mean use a grenade launcher, because it's what they deserve. Really? Have they all respawned? Hard to tell.
Trouble nearby.
I don't think they've respawned. That's right, it's me. Oh, I got my cock out, I'm sorry. Yeah, good luck. Who the hell has got a laser sight on me? Oh, they're coming round in the car, they've got a whole squad. Am I shooting smoke grenades or something? Look at this guy. God, they're all back alive again. I don't appreciate it. Oi! Who threw that? Oh! Excellent. Right, we're gonna come and steal everything now. Might as well carry a few things back. I thought there was a bunch of stuff in here. There's the ceramics. I'm just going to take absolutely everything that isn't nailed down. What did that say? You can use auto-arrange to consolidate several different containers of the same material, packing them into a single, larger piece of cargo. Packed together, nice. So that will just merge them all together. That is really useful. Right, so we're going to go and get the truck, bring it back, take absolutely everything, and stick it in these pavers. A glorious plan achieved through grenades. Isn't that how all good plans end? Yeah, I mean, we just don't seem to take that much damage, so I'm just going to stroll in here with a grenade launcher and take care of business. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We cause a void out and just nuke the whole base? Not the end of the world. Although we'd lose the materials. They can look, they can even see the Magellan from here. Surely that would instill panic. I'll take the chemicals, don't you worry. Don't you worry, friends. Alright, let's not run over any brigands. I like the blue more than the red. We've got a post box here, there's probably some materials in this.
Okay.
Oh, that's really quick now that we got that mod for it. I'll take it. Not a great haul there though, must be said. In terms of building roads, we are massively short in terms of chiral crystals, right?
Right. Got a little cargo onto the shelf in the back.
Yes, Sam. I'm loving the shotgun though. Really? Look how quick that is now. That's really useful. Yeah, let's just take all of it, man. There's another post box over here. Did I just run him over? Oops. Hey, we need resins now, so...
Gotta stretch my legs.
I'm not sure what the maximum capacity on these are anymore. Whoops. Watch this have all the metals and stuff.
Stretch my legs.
Right, can't really get the car up here. Nice, we've got an XL. Nice. I will not be missing anything. Sam, come on, mate.
Nice. The trail.
We should be able to merge some of these metals and stuff. Right? Yeah.
Fuck.
There was some lost cargo. There it is. Yes, of course, it's round this side. No other post boxes. Damn, that's not really as much of a haul as I wanted it to be, but we leveled up the observatory or whatever it was called, so we can draw some materials from them too. I mean, we could steal all their weapons and recycle them, I guess. But...
This ain't bad.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for the stuff, guys. I'm sure I will be back. Right, this isn't the first paver, is it? There's one back here. Yeah, we're not going to have enough ceramics, unfortunately. Just pick up these chiral crystals. 100? Oh, one away. Welcome to the chiral crystals gambling game. Right, it was only 500, so metals. We should have enough. Yep. Ceramics is the problem, I think. Close. I don't think we'll get there though. Right, so just to end the video, I'm just going to grab some more ceramics. What is it? 400? 440? Because we should have enough. I'll see what the order is first, because, you know, it might not be a vehicle trip, so...
Sam, by linking up the various sites farther to the north, you'll eventually be able to establish a connection to
Nice.
Hartman's facility. In short, it's time to tackle the northern part of the continent. Start by bringing the F2 South Distribution Center into the network.
Yeah, that's close by,
Some
isn't
of
it?
the staff there are former residents of Cape Fort Knot who managed to escape the city before it was swallowed up by the tar. In addition to overseeing distribution operations, they also protect the facility from would-be assailants. Unfortunately, local chiral contamination levels are extremely high, leading to disturbing reports of paranormal phenomena near the facility. The cargo you're tasked with delivering should aid staff in dealing with this issue. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal to proceed.
Yes. Do not submerge necrobiotes to the distro. One large container. Yeah, unfortunately we have to cross several rivers, streams, whatever. Surely if we just take it in the car, that doesn't submerge, does it? Because it rises above the water level. I guess we could put it on a floating carrier, then that's guaranteed not to go in the water. But I'll probably do it on foot then. Right, so before we do that, I'm gonna... You've not got many ceramics, but I'm gonna steal them anyway. We need 440. So what are you? Wait a minute. One of you, and one of you. So most of this stuff we use for the monorail stuff, right? Makes sense. Right, we'll just get rid of these metals and ceramics. And then we'll rest at the Magellan and leave it there, I think. And I think we'll do this journey on foot. We'll take a floating carrier. And then that guarantees, right? That it won't get submerged. These vehicles need better brakes, dude. Excellent. We just got a few other metals to put here. Okay, calm down. Bastards, that's sneaky. Very sneaky. Yeah, so surely there'd be no way we could get the cargo wet in this truck. Why can't we pick up these crystals in the truck? It's really annoying me. Hey, we need all the cryo crystals we can get, so... How the hell do you want me to get to this paver, man? Honestly. I've not even got all the materials. Oh my god.
Gotta stretch his legs.
I don't even have enough chiral crystals. That is grim. I mean... I think I must have missed a few pavers, but... Jesus. Well, maybe the pavers come over here as well. I don't think so, but... Oh, didn't know we could still build watchtowers. How are we going to get all these materials, man? I don't know how... I mean, obviously we're playing offline, so this is part of the struggle, isn't it? Maybe we're not going to be able to do it all, but surely they must have accounted for people who aren't going to play online. The problem is, like, the mines are great, but they you need chiral crystals to farm them, so that's the tricky thing. Look, 2,000 chiral crystals just to get those special alloys. Crazy. Oh, we have got some work to do, that is for sure. Right, let's make sure we get back to the Magellan. Safe and sound. Yeah, the camps just didn't have enough materials in them. They were like a primary source of materials in the first game, so... Have a nice sleep, guys. That's it, the pizza guy, the pizza chef. That must be an NPC one then. Because that was the same one back in at the beginning. Hello, Magellan. Let's go for a rest. Took down the bandits, built a little road. Not a bad way to end things. But I guess, I mean, all we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to do a lot of deliveries to level up the distros and the preppers and everything. And then we can just get tons of materials from them, so the only real way to do this, I think. I'm a bit unsure how I'm going to get enough chiral crystals, because, I mean, if we just look around... Like this place, it's got 500 chiral crystals. The animal shelter's got 200. Rainbow Valley's got 100. The musician's got 600. Well, yeah, they just feel kind of tapped out, don't they, already? You've got a lot of chiral crystals. A lot. Need to pinch some of them. Big time. Yeah, they've got a lot of materials because of the train network, I think, because of the monorail. Right. That should be something we do then to build stuff out. We should need to head back to F1. Just claim loads of materials because we could build. So what have you got? You've got like 2,500 metals. 40. So we could build this first road. God. Definitely not that road. I wanted to see the Mexico map. Anyway, right guys, we'll leave that one there. Yeah, cleared out that brigand camp. We've met Tomorrow, who appears to be an adult child, or just a child who, or a person who's never spoken to anyone or been raised by anyone and has just been wandering like a firework hellscape in the tar world. Very bizarre. Like I said, I think there's a chance that that's Lou, but I might be reaching. Anyway, we'll pick it up from here next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a thumbs up. If you did, just remember everyone, never trust an on crate. I'll see you next time.